Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. Recently, Harbor Freight came out with some new Mcgraw air compressors, so I thought we'd look at the differences between the Mcgraws and compare them also to the Central Pneumatics. Right now, we don't have any coupons on the new Mcgraws, but once we do, they will be on my website, struggleville.net, so if you go over there and type in the item number in the search bar, you'll be able to find coupons when they are available. So, the two new compressors that we have is a 20-gallon oil lube listed at $199.99 and a 21-gallon oil-free listed at $249.99. Now, pricing when Harbor Freight brings out a new item is really wacky. Within the first couple of months, we'll see it jump all over the place. We saw the Hercules miter saw dropped over $100 from its original list price. The Bauer and the Hercules just power tools, the small, like the cordless drills and such, they initially dropped $10. Now some of them have creeped back up $5. So we are going to see some fluctuation there, but we don't have any coupon at the moment. So looking at the two differences, other than, look, one's 20 gallon, one's 21 gallon. There's not a whole lot, 1 gallon. What's 1 gallon between friends, right? But the 20 gallon, we have oil lube, and the 21, we have oil free. So the difference is the oil lube, you're going to have to change the oil periodically. The oil free is more of a maintenance free design. The oil lube, 20 gallon, it's probably going to last longer, and it's better for someone who would use it in a professional way. Like you're in a shop or you work on something where you're using the compressor every day. You use it all the time. You would probably be happier with an oil lube air compressor. Someone who just is working on stuff periodically, maybe just on the weekends, or just isn't in like a shop environment where the thing's being constantly used, you may prefer an oil-free air compressor. So if we look at some of the other differences, the max PSI is 175 on the 21 gallon and 135 PSI on the 20 gallon. The thing is, 90% of the people who will ever watch this video don't actually have a need to run any air tool above the 135. You're not going to need it for most people. You're going to be able to run your tank at a higher pressure with the 175, but the tools themselves, most people don't have an air tool that is going to need to run at that high of a PSI. So it's not going to matter for a majority of the people who watch this. The CFM is identical in both of them. So at 90 PSI, we're at 4.0. I know it's really hard to see. And at 40 PSI, it's at 5.0. And this is directly from their website, so it's probably hard to see even on their website. They didn't even match the color oranges. Look at that. How easy would it have been just to match the colors? Anyway, and this one's 4.0 and 5.0 also. Your decibels, 85 and 80. Not a huge difference there. And the amps and the running horsepower, none of that really matters because it just goes back to your CFM really anyways. So as we initially look at this, your main difference is, do you prefer oil lube or do you prefer oil free? And if you don't care, the oil lube one is $199.99 and the oil free is $249.99. You're paying $50 more for the oil free, which is less maintenance but won't be as durable, probably won't last as long. So if you don't have a need for the higher PSI, there's not much reason to get the 21 gallon. You're better off with the 20 gallon. But if we look at the other Mcgraw, the one that's been around for a long time, probably a year, so I guess it hasn't been around that long, is $139.99 without a coupon. Now this item is something that we see a coupon for once in a while. So here's the current coupon that is available on my website for the Mcgraw, and you can see that it is $114.99 when we have a coupon available. Now again, with the 8 gallon here, you're looking at an oil-free compressor, and they don't give us as many of the metrics, but we still see 4.1 at 90 PSI, so that is probably about the same. Your max PSI is 150, so it's right in between the other two. But your real downfall is only the 8 gallon tank. There's going to be some tools where you're just going to run out of air and you're going to have to wait for it to build pressure back up. And if you can afford it, I would definitely get the bigger one. There's some convenience factor for an 8-gallon air compressor. It's lighter and smaller if you have to maybe move it around a lot. But these other ones do have wheels and everything. And I still, if you were looking at an oil-free compressor of the Mcgraws, the 21-gallon would be preferable, even though it's a lot more money. So now let's take a look at the Central Pneumatic. This is the old standby that Harbor Freight has had around for years and years and years. You can see it is $174.99. However, we regularly have coupons for this item also. We'll pull that up. You can see I'm on the Harbor Freight page for this, and I have the Struggleville, I should be able to say my own website, browser extension for Google Chrome users installed. So it makes this text right here a green link, and we can click on it to find the most recent coupon. So you can see we have one that expires on March 11th. We'll click on that and see how much it's for. So you can see with the coupon price, you can get it all the way down to $149.99. And right here on the coupon, we can see that it is an oil lube compressor, 125 PSI. And the CFM, I think if we didn't already talk about it, was at the bottom here, 5.8 and 5.7. So it's actually a little bit better than the, quote, new and improved Mcgraw compressors. For the sake of argument, let's say you went with an oil lube compressor. You decided that was the way to go. Even if you're not using it a ton, the maintenance is pretty low. It's not like you're changing the oil on this thing every day. So we've narrowed it down to the two most similar. We have a 20-gallon and a 21-gallon, the Mcgraw and the Central Pneumatic. The new Mcgraw is $199.99. The Central Pneumatic is $174.99, but possibly all the way down to $149.99 when we have a coupon available. So your max PSI on the Mcgraw is 135, and it's 125 on the Central Pneumatic. The CFM is actually better on the Central Pneumatic. Now, I guess back in the day they didn't give the decibel ratings. I guess I'm just really not sure what the purpose of this new Mcgraw air compressor is. I know Harbor Freight in a lot of product lines, they're trying to do a good, better, best model, and maybe they've decided the Central Pneumatic is the good and the Mcgraw is the better, and who knows, maybe there'll be an Icon air compressor at some point that's the best. But you know, there's a few things that Harbor Freight has done really well over the years, and that's generators, air compressors, and toolboxes. Those are things that I think even if you are a professional that's just pounding your stuff every day, you could agree that they make good enough tools for everybody that you don't hear a whole lot of people bitching about the poor quality of those items. So I don't know how they would have upgraded the new Mcgraw to make it a better option other than you have a new brand name out with a new item. It just, I think you're better off, especially until we see coupons on what the coupon price is going to be for this thing, at getting your 21-gallon, a gallon bigger oil, same as the other one, oil lube air compressor, the Central Pneumatic. I just think it's a better deal. You have the higher CFM on it. The max PSI is only 10 difference. Maybe I'm missing something, but I just feel like in practically every way the Central Pneumatic air compressor is a better tool, and it's cheaper. So that's my take on the new air compressors, guys. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Are you a fan of the oil lube compressors, or do you like oil-free compressors? Are you excited about these new Mcgraws? Are you going to stick with the Central Pneumatic? Are you going to run out to a Harbor Freight to get this Mcgraw now that it's out? Personally, mine, I don't even know what brand it is. I bought it at Farm and Fleet. My air compressor I've had since I was 14 or 15. I've had it forever. And it is an oil-free, maintenance-free air compressor. And I've never had a problem with it. Now, I'm not someone who's out in my garage using it every single day. Far from it. But it's been around that long. And back in the day, I used it a ton. I've never had a problem. Loud as shit. One thing about the oil-free is it's probably going to be louder than the oil lube compressors. But that being said, if I were to buy a new one and get the 21 gallon. This is probably Harbor Freight's most popular air compressor, and it's a really good price at $149.99. They haven't sold me on the new Mcgraw. Personally, I'd be buying this one that you're looking at right here. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe for another subscriber, and I'll see you guys next time.